Okay, we have an update on the Seven Seas union issue. So, United Workers of Seven Seas on June 24th put out a tweet saying they're happy to announce that Seven Seas has agreed to voluntarily recognize us as a union based on a majority card check. And thanks to this, they don't have to go through NLRB. It stands for the Nation Labor Relations Board. They won't have to conduct an election through them, and it will pave a way for a more expedited path for their first contract. So this is great, Dar.
Yeah, it basically seems that at the very least, for the very beginning of the process, Seven Seas has caved, and they have they're going to enter negotiations now, right?
I mean, they didn't. Seven Seas originally did not cave. That's for sure. They hired the anti-uni firm Ogletree Deacons.
Yeah, did you read Seven Seas statement? They basically talk about how like they wanted to make everybody's voices heard. That's why they wanted to hold the vote, but then they kind of backtracked from that. So like it just seems clear to me that all of the negative reaction, like I think Seven Seas being likable is it's part of their brand. It's part of their business, right?
Yeah. The public reaction to this was not nice to Seven Seas.
No,
obviously.
And if you look at the tweets of all other announcements and stuff, a lot of tweets underneath the announcements were people like telling them to go support the union and stuff like that, calling them out. So their brand was just getting just for her linked to like anti-labor stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think they finally realized that like this is going to be a net loss for them in the long run, because so much of their audience is young people and people that like them. And if they don't like them anymore, then they weren't going to get anything out of it.
I mean, it seemed like such a no-brainer, because when they first announced the United Workers of Seven Seas, didn't they say they had the majority anyway?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going up against the majority, why make the effort and try and like hire the anti-union busting like firm? Like that just looks super fucking bad.
Right. So like they're originally just talking about going in for the vote, right? And the vote was just it seemed like it's just gonna be mostly ceremonial, because like you said,
but
they had the majority
process already. You had to go through the NLRB.
But then afterwards you hear about them like getting the freaking the union busting law firm involved. Mm-hmm. So it's clear that they're just trying to obfuscate and just like create as much friction for the union as possible. So not great to start off with, but they caved, it seems. So now I guess the real work begins now.
Yeah, absolutely. But like, I don't know, whoever decision was to like do the union busting, try a union busting first. Like, it seemed like dumb, because it just makes you look bad.
Yeah,
and
very much. It makes them very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And going forward with these negotiations, it might make them very difficult for you Seven Seas, because
they already showed their hand.
Exactly.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe there was a board decision. Maybe it was investors that like pressured like them to do it. I have no idea. We don't know. There's a lot of reasons for a lot of things that could happen. But the good news is they have voluntarily recognized the union based on majority. And now we can look forward to them negotiating a contract for, I don't know, reasonable pay and reasonable like support and insurance benefits.
Time off.
Yeah, all that shit that you should get for every job everywhere, but it's for whatever reason in America it's not like a normal thing. Jesus. Sorry. I'll try not to start like ranting about this, but in the meantime, we are very happy for Seven Seas.